What's good, y'all? What's good? I'm doing a random live. I haven't done that in quite some time. I'm actually live, like for real. All right. So, you know the rules, you know how it goes. If you have any questions, comments, leave them down and below, all the things. But yeah, you like my intro. You see, I'm trying to switch up now. You know what I'm saying? I apologize, but my little enhancement filter thing isn't working. So you guys got to accept me how I am. Kind of roughing it out. It's been a rough couple 24 hours, and we'll get into that in a minute. But hey, y'all. Hey, welcome. Let me fix my stuff up real quick. Hold on. Okay. So yeah, you guys, if you want to leave a comment, please do so. Any questions you have, let me know. Be sure to like, comment, share, subscribe. Say hi to me. Okay. I see you. But yeah, I'm gonna just do some updates for y'all. Okay. And I'm going to start doing, I always say this all the time, I'm gonna start doing lives more often, but I am for real. But anyway, let me introduce myself. In case you don't know who I am, my name is Tamaya Robles. I am your credit expert. I am the owner of my company, FixMyCreditNow50.com. I'm the host of my podcast, Coast to Coast Credit. You guys saw that on the intro. I am NARAB High Desert Chapter President out here in Victorville, California. What's good, everybody? It was good. So I'm not going to keep y'all for real. I just want to do some updates. We're going to talk more about these topics as we go along. I will definitely start trying to commit more to getting on lives more often because there's a lot of things going on in the credit world, especially now that we're in holiday season. A lot of things are happening. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about securing your credit profile. We're going to talk about what happens during the holidays a lot around this time of the year, which a lot of us know identity theft, all that. So we're going to get into it. But first, I would like to share with y'all why I was upset these past 24 hours. I'm going to just be honest with y'all. Yeah, yeah, that happened. That happened. Like, yo, I'm big mad right now. I'm big mad. So let me tell y'all, since this is my live, okay, I'm gonna just kind of just talk off the top of the dome. Yeah, so the Eagles lost. And if you guys don't know me and you're new to me, again, don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, all the things. Definitely need y'all to share. For real, for real. I need y'all to share because now that I'm like finally going to commit to doing lives, I need y'all to share. But anyway, as you can see, the Eagles lost. And if you don't know, I'm from Philly. I'm a Philly girl, right? Out by way of California. I digress. And we lost to the Cowgirls, and it's just really fucked up. And here's what happened. So because I'm on the West Coast, I'm not on the East Coast. I sometimes get the time difference messed up. So I googled it because I'm like, oh yeah, like I don't watch a lot of football, but when I do, it's definitely the Eagles and the Cowboys. Okay, the Eagles and the Cowboys, or Cowgirls, Eagles and the Cowgirls, and the Eagles and the Steelers. I gotta watch that in the Super Bowl. If we're in the Super Bowl, I'm on top of it. All right. But here's the thing. I got my time zones mismatched or whatever. And I thought it came on at 7 Eastern time. Yo, anywho, I got on and I didn't see this until fourth quarter. So when I get on, I'm seeing 21-21. I'm like, oh shit. Like I missed the game for real. I'm like, all right, cool, bet. 21-21. We got 15 minutes on the clock. We should be able to handle this. No problem. No problem. And then it was a problem because we lost. We lost our little. First of all, I'm screaming at the game, and the reason why I don't, if y'all know me, you know there's a reason why I don't watch football. I don't watch football because I'm a true Philadelphian and I react like, what's going on? Hi. But first of all, I'm a true Philadelphian, and so what happens is I get overexcited. I get overexcited to the point where I'm screaming, I'm yelling, my kids get freaked out. So I'm either 100% of everything or 100% of nothing. So in this case, I'm 100% of everything. I'm screaming like, what the fuck? 21. Like I'm screaming like I'm there, like people can hear me. And I'm like, you know what? Cool. Don't worry about it. As long as we go into overtime, we're going to kill it. We're not going to lose our winning streak. We're not going to lose it. If we were to lose, my thing is let's not lose to the cow bitches. I mean the cowgirls. I mean the cowboys. You know what I'm saying? Let's not lose to them. 3 seconds. We're on that clock, bro. 3 seconds. Tres. Uno, dos, tres. Tres. And we fucking lost to a kick. I knew if they got a kick, I knew it was over. So anyway, that fucked me up. I'm not even gonna hold you. That messed me up. I'm not a fan. I'm so pissed off. If anybody else would have beat us, I would have been like, all right, we gotta take that L. But it's the cow bitches we lost to, man. So that messed me up. Like that messed me up. But then I saw Shador, and I saw that he, you know what I'm saying, he made a stance, he made a dent, a huge dent in the NFL. Very proud of Shador, all the things. But this right here hurt me. It hurt me. Okay. Now, quick background: my family is both sides of my family are from Pittsburgh. So I was talking to my cousin like years ago, and I was like, "Yeah, the Eagles, this, that, and the third." And he was like, hold up, hold up. By law, you're supposed to be a Steelers fan. I didn't know that. So I thought because I'm from Philly, like my family's from Pittsburgh. So yeah, I gotta be a Steelers, Eagles fan, but Eagles first, Steelers second. I mean, it is what it is. Yeah, y'all. Yeah. So anyway, that's what happened with life. So it was kind of fucked up. It was kind of fucked up, but I digress. We'll do better next time. I do see us going to the Super Bowl again. We gotta just take some L's. Sometimes the greats take L's. It is what it is. All right, y'all. So speaking of Philly, right? I got something that I do want to share with y'all. It is credit related. It's actually some very interesting news. So we're going to talk about this. Let me just make sure I'm sharing things properly with y'all. Okay. Hold on. Let me make sure I'm sharing the okay. So hold on. Let me share the screen. So I found out on it was Instagram or TikTok. I saw this article, very interesting, and it actually relates to Philly. Okay. Very interesting. So what they did now is allegedly, and we're going to talk about it. There's a new Philadelphia rental law that takes effect. Let me see if I can zoom this in just a little bit more for y'all. Yeah. You like my effects? Yeah. Okay, cool. So it says new Philadelphia rental laws take effect December 2nd. Application fees capped at $50. It's a hard pull credit check banned, which is amazing. I'm going to explain what that means. I'm going to explain what that means. Let me see if I can blow this up a little bit more so it's more of that and less of me. Hold on. Yeah, there you go. All right. So here's the thing. Real quick, I'm gonna blow myself up again real quick. Real quick, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I am from Philly. I love Philly. I represent Philly hard as hell. If you know me, you know I'm also a Chester 610 girl. You know what I'm saying? I know in the streets, the social media streets, Chester was made fun of, but if you know my background, you know why. So much love to Chester. I got peoples there, my nieces and nephews. I'm a great auntie and all the things. Very proud of them. About to see them soon. They don't even know it. But yeah, I'm born and predominantly raised in Philly. I don't advertise in Philly. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I don't advertise in Philly. I don't talk about credit like that for real in Philly because I've been doing this for like 7 years. Anytime I get a Philadelphia client, they're either not trying to pay me, like blatantly not trying to pay me, or something. It's something. So it's always been difficult for me to advertise. Actually, in the whole Northeast for the most part. Yeah, I don't really advertise. So y'all usually find me however you find me, and I appreciate that. I do education out there. I was in NAREB out there and all the things, but I know my peoples. I know my peoples too well. So y'all need me, y'all want me, still come to me only if you're serious. But I really don't advertise out here. However, I do education. I do have referral partners on the East Coast. I have a lot of I have good referral partners on the East Coast. Okay. My realtor is out there on the East Coast. She's also the secretary of nonprofit that I'm part of out here. So like I do certain types of business, but I don't advertise. I'll do credit repair. I just don't advertise. New York, Delaware, Philly, PA, all that. I got y'all. I just not gonna advertise. But anywho, this is pretty important. So let me shrink in myself. You know, I like to make up words. True Philadelphian. You know what I'm saying? I like to make up words. But yeah, let me shrinking myself up. And again, it says the new Philadelphia rental laws take effect December 2nd. So I wanted to kind of look at that a little further to see exactly like if this was true. I keep telling y'all, you have to fact check. You got to fact check. So we're going to do that. So what I did was let me remove this, right? So what I did was I actually Googled it, like I tell y'all how to do anyway. I looked up at Google. I pretty much liked what I saw, and it actually gave us more information. Okay. So if you're looking at what I'm looking at, all I did was I put in Philadelphia's new rental law for December 1st, 2025. I wanted to see if this was actually true or not. And it seems like it is true, and there's a different additional information. And I'm loving it. And we're gonna see if we could look at an article or something on the news together, okay? Because I'm going to watch this in real time. I'm going over this in real time, just like y'all are, okay? So it says the Philadelphia's new rental law for December 1st, 2025 requires landlords to offer tenants installment plans for security deposits exceeding 1 month's rent, okay? Exceeding 1 month's rent. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I'm gonna keep my opinions to myself. I'm gonna talk the facts first. You know how I do. Effective 90 days after being signed in September 2025. Okay, so this is a recent law. Other provisions like the $50 cap on the application fees are also effective around this time. Very good. Very good, Philly. The new security deposit installment laws requires landlords to provide a choice between paying the security deposit in installments or as a lump sum. Mm, okay. Okay. That's interesting. I do have some thoughts behind that, but we're going to keep going. Let's go into full detail. I don't usually typically like to read every single thing, but this is pretty important because this goes beyond that little post I just showed you. So as far as the security deposit, it says for security deposits larger than 1 month's rent, landlords must offer tenants the option to pay in installments. Lump sum, the tenant can choose to pay the full security deposit up front. Installments, if the tenant chooses, the deposit can be paid in 3 equal monthly installments after the first month's rent, which is paid up front. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. Okay. The application fee, that's what got me on this article. And this is what made me want to talk about it with y'all. Is the law cap an application fee that the landlord can change prospective tenant. Rather, well, let me read that again. The application fee. The law caps the application fee that landlords can charge prospective tenants, which is really good. I don't know what it's like out there. I haven't been in Philly in shit. I want to say about 8 years now, and I haven't rented in Philly in about 9 years. Okay, I don't know what it's looking out look like. I don't know what it's looking like out there right now, but from what I was told by my friend, it's pretty bad. So this came right on time. If you guys are from the East Coast, you guys are from Philly, let me know what you think about this. Sorry, I meant to keep that up because we're still looking. Let me know what your thoughts and opinions are. I am going to say my opinion. I'm going to say my opinion. I'm going to say what I think you guys should be aware of too. Like, let's not be too hype, okay? But this is really good news. I do like what I'm hearing so far, okay? Oops, I keep doing that shit. All right, anywho, so anti discrimination protection, landlords are prohibited from refusing to rent to an applicant or a tenant based on their source of income. I didn't know they were doing that. I didn't know that was a thing. I thought the anti discrimination was, I thought that was obvious. I don't know. Mm-mm. Enhanced eviction. Oh, okay. This is what I was concerned of. Landlords must attempt out of court negotiation with tenants before starting eviction proceedings. Wow. 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 Okay. Okay. That's interesting. I do have some thoughts. I do have some thoughts. That okay. As far as being a potential tenant, this is great news. This is great news. It's about time they allowed people to make payments towards their security deposit. Okay, that's excellent. Glad to hear it. Okay. I do have some concerns though, and I want to look into an article, hold on, just a little deeper that they have on the side because this is what August, this is the August. Okay, so they've been talking about this for a minute. Let me see if they got any videos on this. Let me see. I don't see any videos for real, for real. Huh. Okay, so nobody's talking about it like that. Okay, let me see what they got on the news. Y'all ain't talking about it like this. Okay. All right, so since y'all aren't talking about it like that, I'm gonna put this back on the screen and I'm gonna nitpick this whole situation. Okay. Here's the thing. As y'all know my backstory, you know that I had a past, you know that I was, never trying to pay shit. There's been times I literally never paid rent for months on end. And this, it's like a win for people. It's a win for people with good intentions. Let me first start off with like that. If you have good intentions, God bless you. This is perfect for you guys. Let me put this back on the screen. Okay. But what about the protection? Is there any sort of insurance when it comes to your money? Because just like there are shady tenants, there's shady landlords, right? So I'm sorry, I'm flip flopping because I'm doing this wrong. I have a concern about that, and I'm not trying to be disrespectful to no potential clients, tenants. I know anybody and everybody can be shady. I understand just because I used to be shady doesn't mean everybody was shady. I get that. But the reality is times are tough. I can literally say that because I am a credit expert. I hear you guys' complaints. I hear what y'all go through. And a lot of times, again, I'm in an industry where people aren't being responsible financially. So if you're homeless, and then the homeless epidemic is huge. It's huge out here in Cali. It's huge everywhere because the economy is messed up, right? Who's protected here, or how do you get some protection? That's what I want to know. How do the landlords get protection? Because if you move in, you know what I'm saying, and you don't finish paying, then what? Then you have, because another part to this that they're not saying here on this ad, they're only talking about the application, the hard pull, which I still didn't see in that article, but I can explain it. Is that instead of going to court, they want the landlord and the tenant to work it out. Let me tell you, I've been to tenant landlord court, whatever it's called. It's messy. A lot of people attends. Okay. The landlord, the attorney, or the property management company, they do come. I have gone a couple of times and it never worked in my favor. And I'm a pretty smart cookie and all the things. I couldn't talk my way out of the situation. What boiled down to was, are you going to fucking pay or not? And if you are going to pay, more than likely you owe a grip of money that I know you don't have. So if you don't pay today, then I'm gonna have the cops come out and drag you and your family off. That's is that. So if that's what the courts usually say during an eviction, then what do you think is going to happen if the courts are now taken out temporarily? You got to do this extra step, and the landlord has to mediate with the potential or with the tenant who wasn't paying. Then what? Where are we going with that? What's going to happen? So it's like I like this idea and I don't like it at the same time. What I do like is I can appreciate that the application fee is not more than $50. Because I remember I think they should add another step. I think they should also say, if you already put in at least 3 applications and you can prove it within a 30-day period, then you don't need to keep paying for an application. I would like to hear something like that, because you're talking about one application, $50, but y'all know how it is. You're trying to find a place and you're apartment hunting and you got to fill out application after application after application, right? Okay, that adds up. Now, I do again appreciate the fact that there is a $50 cap, because I've seen applications that were $75. I've seen applications that were $100 plus. You know what I'm saying? People are trying to get their money and they're hustling. I get it. I understand. So I do like that part of it. I'm just a little on the fence. The fact that you can't go straight to court, is that a good thing or a bad thing as far as the landlord is concerned? As far as the tenant is concerned, what about squatters? Because don't forget, squatters have rights. So this kind of just gave squatters more rights. For real, for real. You don't have to go to court. You don't have to go to court now to get kicked the fuck out. You don't. Like, you go eventually. But then that's going to just drag out the whole process. This is also the East Coast. This is Philly. It gets cold. They're not going to necessarily like evict a family in the dead of winter. Like, there's so many moving parts. So it's like, I like these things and I like these changes and I don't like them at the same time. But it's progress, you know. What is it? What do they say? Slow motion is better than no motion. I'll take it where I can. Now, the hard pull credit checks is banned. That's what's up. That's what's up. Because as you know, as the credit expert, you know, I tell y'all, an inquiry. Y'all messed that word up too. Don't judge me, judge your mother. All right. But an inquiry is either a 2 to 3 point increase or a 2 to 3 point decrease, depending on what you're doing. So if you're applying for credit, it's a hard pull. Your credit score is going to drop 2 to 3 points. If you're getting your inquiry removed or the 2 years has come and it falls off your credit report, then your credit score goes up 2 to 3 points, give or take, right? So if you're out here in these streets filling out multiple applications and they see that, again, let's take 5 applications. You're applying for five apartments. You're desperate. You're trying to find a place. It's nothing wrong with that at all. But they're not going to let you in if you have bad credit. And if they see there's multiple attempts, multiple hard pulls, you're going to get denied. And then they're seeing that your scores dropped. Most of these property management companies, most of these landlords, they don't know anything about a hard pull, soft pull. They don't know, okay, you're just apartment hunting, so let me not be too judgmental. They don't care about that. They don't analyze a credit report. All these rental companies do is look at your credit report, check for evictions, and look at the score and look at your income. That's it. That's all. Okay. They're not going to sit here and say, oh, you know what? It looks like you're really trying to find a place. So therefore, your inquiry, nobody's going through all that. People don't get paid enough to do all that. I keep telling y'all that. If the money ain't right, people aren't being thorough. And that goes with any business. I mean, think of your own job. If your job tells you to do all these um major job duties that's outside of your job description and they're not paying you the money, are you really going to be that thorough? That's all. But if they pay that money, you know what I'm saying, then okay, you're more inclined to do more work. So it's not that type of a party, but I see where, like I said, I see where they're going with this. I appreciate it. This is cool. This is a step in the right direction. I think you guys, just when you hear these things, analyze it. Don't just be like, oh, bet, because look, this is the only. Okay, so here depends on where you're looking. You're either looking here or you're looking here, right? But this is the only post I've seen on social media about this. And as you know, as I just showed you guys, there's more to it than this. Read, fact check. I tell my kids all the time, don't just be telling me stuff like I need you to fact check. So y'all have to do the same. Okay. Boom. Now, speaking of Philadelphia, you know I love my town. You know I love my town. Realistically, listen, big cities, major cities, small cities, all around the world, everywhere. What's going on is the holidays are here. Okay. During this time, there's a lot of fraudulent things going on. Tomorrow, I think I'm going to try to go live tomorrow. I told y'all, be sure to like, share, comment, subscribe. If you're going to be on here, peep your head up, just click whatever. I appreciate it. You know what I mean? But look, tomorrow I'm going to be on here and I'm going to give y'all a story time. I'm going to give you a visual, okay, about what can happen when someone steals your identity and you guys are like not doing anything about it. In these major cities, it's huge. In these small towns, these little pocket cities outside of it goes on too. But a lot of us notice it if you're from a big city, like I'm from Philly, then you got New York, you got Newark, you got LA, Houston, Texas, everywhere. People are hungry. I don't knock the hustle, but they're hurting people, right? And that's where fraud and identity theft becomes such a major problem. And now that the holidays are here, yes, you're going to get hit. I promise you, a lot of us are going to get hit. I got hit. I got hit during the pandemic twice. They actually went into my bank account and went to Best Buy and were shopping. I ain't even got any money like that. I'm like, where they get? Wait a minute, where are they getting this money? I don't know, but it's the fact that they have your information. Okay, you can take someone's information and sell it. You can, as long as you have somebody's social security number, you got their name, date of birth. It's not hard to get. You can sell it on the dark web. So, with that being said, y'all, I want to also share this with you. Let me share my page. Now, many of you guys know me on YouTube, but a lot of you guys also know me on Facebook. So I have a Facebook page. This is my page, right? Let me take this down. This is my Facebook business page. I should be on it way more often than I am. But I'm not though. So I told you I'm gonna be more consistent. But mostly this is because I'm on so many other social media platforms and I'm on my personal because I have this is my business page, right? This is my business Facebook page. But everybody just like Googles me and they type my name and they get my personal. So I'm way more active on my personal Facebook page. Okay. I told y'all don't judge me, judge your mom. Okay. So, anywho, but the reason why I do still utilize this page is because I advertise a lot on here. I give updates on here. And here's the thing, this is something that is I mostly promote on my business page that I don't promote often, but it's the holidays. I got to promote more often. Okay. And that is the fact that I give y'all free credit monitoring. You have to stop playing. Don't sit here and be like, oh, well, I got good credit. I don't need this. You need it. You know what I'm saying? It's not about having good credit or bad credit. It's the fact that you have a name, you have a social security number. Let me big myself up here. You have a name, you have a social security number, you have a date of birth. Okay? Anybody can take that information and sell it and sell it. You don't have to have good credit for someone to steal your information. What are you not understanding? Okay, that's a problem. So, and I'm going to explain to you guys what you guys should do and all of the things. But right now, I have this free credit monitoring for you. Let me blow myself up a little bit again. Okay, or small in myself. Let me small in myself so you can see. This is free credit monitoring for you guys. When there were the fires out here in California, people their houses were destroyed, all the things, but they needed their credit repaired because now they had to start from scratch. Guess what? guess what? Crime happens. People see when you're in peril or when the situation is detrimental to your environment, to your town, the economy's fucked up. This is when people come out heavy. And what's going on right now? People, what's up with the government shutdown? I mean, is that still happening? I'm gonna say no. But people took an L then. What happens when people take an L? They get desperate. They get desperate. Okay, they survive by any means necessary. And if this is what's going to happen in these streets and you want to protect your credit and you're trying to do things, go get some free credit monitoring. This is what I do. I'm gonna make this even bigger. I'm gonna make this even bigger. I'm gonna take myself out the whole equation. Okay, so you can't complain about shit. Boom, there you go, yeah, there y'all go. It's taking up the whole screen. So these are some of the things. All you have to do, how this works, is you sign up with me, no charge. This is totally free. You gotta worry about paying me a damn thing, right? So you just sign up with me. If you want to schedule a free consultation, go to fixmycreditnow850.com. I got you. Then what's going to happen is I'll just look at your credit report. What I do need you to do though is I need you guys to sign up with Smart Credit. It's $1.99. Let me share it. Okay, let me share this one. It's $1.99 for the first 7 days. After that, every month I think it's like $25 a month. And what we do is we just every month we monitor your credit report. If we see anything changing, if we see anything that's questionable, don't worry, we got you. You get updates. I'm putting myself back on here. You're going to get updates. You're going to get notifications. You're going to get free education. You get reminders. All of the things right here. Okay. Let me share this again. But you got to sign up with Smart Credit so we can monitor. I can't guess what's on your credit. Listen, y'all, I got to tell you, I don't know what the fuck is going on, but sometimes y'all just think that I can just automatically know what's on your credit report. I'm not a magician. You know what I'm saying? I have to see your credit report in order to analyze your credit report, right? I have to see what's on your credit so we can have a conversation during the consultation. Like this one chick hit me up. She's an old client, very loyal, very dedicated. You'll love her to death, right? I fixed her credit to the point where there was nothing more for me to do, but she didn't want to go anywhere. I had to respectfully say, I can't just take your money. Like, I'm done. Like, the work is done. She came back to me. I haven't worked on her credit in about a year. She came back and was like, yeah, I need you to check my credit and see what I need to fix. If there's anything crazy on here, you guys be sure to like, share, comment. If you're going to come in and out, hit the like, hit the share, hit the follow, please. I appreciate you. Anywho, so I was like, yeah, let me check for you. No problem. I said, did you activate your smart credit so I could take a look? And she was like, no, I just need you to look at my, I said, I can't look at your credit report, sweetie. I need to see it. I can't just look at it with no information. Like, what's the login? So she was like, well, if you can't just tell me what's on my credit report, I don't want your business. Like, that doesn't make sense. So anyway, if you want this service, free credit, it's free. I will do all the things. I'll give you the updates and all that. I will also protect your credit report. So don't forget, it's not just TransUnion, Experian, and Equifax that you have to worry about. You have to worry about, what is it, rent reporters. You have to worry about SageStream, LexisNexis. I got my client. I'm gonna tell y'all about him tomorrow. The whole shebang. So get your popcorn because it's real messy. He already knows I'm gonna tell y'all about it. He's on board with that. I'm just gonna leave his personal information out. But the fraud and the identity theft that has happened to this man is so major that I literally have to go through at least 15 credit reporting agencies and put a freeze on his account. And I got to monitor it. And even when I'm finished his credit, getting the stuff off his credit report, because he was like, I don't even want to sue. I just want the stuff off my credit, which I can understand. I am still going to continue to monitor his credit for free. I mean, this is a free service. Get the protection where you can. Stop playing around. Stop acting like you're better than people because your score isn't bad. It's not about your score. It's about your profile and your score, but it's about just protecting what you work so hard for. Protect your shit. Okay. So let me make this a little bigger once again. All right, now you may not understand everything that you're looking at, so that's why I'm going to explain it. So this free credit monitoring that I offer anyone and everyone, I offer the free monthly credit reports. So you'll get a credit report for free. We'll analyze it. We'll send you a little summary about what's going on, any changes, and you can see it will be highlighted. So if something looks sus and you're not sure what's up with that, just be like, T, I don't recognize this. This is weird to me. What's going on? And then we can, if we need to chit chat about it, we can. Okay. You should know what should and shouldn't be on your credit report. I don't know you and your family. I don't know what you got going on. Okay. But it will let you know. Customized credit improvement plans. I give you that too. So what I'm going to do is part of this free credit monitoring. Again, you got to sign up with Smart Credit. This is not going to work if you do not sign up with Smart Credit. I'm not going to, don't be like, oh, I already got Experian, Equifax. I'm not doing that, because when you sign up with Smart Credit and you use my link, okay, I can see all of the credit reporting agencies right next to each other. I don't have to log into one and then log off, log into another. No, it's all right there. Cut it out. It's free. Stop bitching. Just do it. Okay. Anyway, when you sign up, and as I'm watching your credit report, monitoring your credit report, you'll also get a plan of action on what you need to do. So let's say, for example, if there's a lot of inquiries, if you have high credit utilization, it will pick that up. It will tell you in the report, like, hey, your credit utilization is a little high. You might want to scale it down. And just a little side note, I tell y'all all the time, credit utilization, you want to get your credit cards down to 15% utilization or less, not 30%, because if it's more than 15%, you're still paying interest. Okay. Let's just be clear on that. Let's just be clear. Okie dokie. Now, so we give you that package deal. Now, if you're tired of the updates, then you know you can actually control how many emails you get. But like I said, it's just that time of the year with the type of administration we got going on right now. It's just going to be a lot of fraud, and you guys have to do something about it. Identity theft is a thing. It's never going to get played out. People will always have their info, especially during the holidays. You may not be feeling it now because it's like Thanksgiving, but don't forget the Black Friday sales, right? So that's when I got hit during the pandemic. It was during the Black Friday sale, and they went into my bank account. I don't even know how they got my information. I was living in Maryland at the time, and it was like what is it, a Best Buy from Virginia. I never went to Virginia. Like, it was crazy. It was crazy. So I had to go through all of this stuff with the bank. I had to, it was just messy. If you guys ever had anybody tap into your bank account or steal your identity, you have to go through a whole lot. That's why this is so good. This is why I'm offering this to you guys, because we're tracking it for you so you can get ahead of the game. That's it. That's all. Now, this part where it says free $1 million identity fraud insurance. Yes, that comes with this free service. So sign up. Stop playing with your life. Stop playing with your family's lives. This is real shit. Okay. This is real shit. Once again, you do have to sign up with Smart Credit. I cannot look at your credit report without, like, just magically. You know what I'm saying? I can't just close my eyes and rub my temples and be like, you know what? This is what's on your credit report. You got to sign up. Okay. It's pretty cool. It's very easy to read, very easy to navigate through. But I'm going to be honest with you, I don't use a lot of this stuff. Okay. I've been with this company for well over, okay, I think this is the one, but you have different plans you can choose from. I'm going to need this one because this has all three credit reports, and it does more. It helps me to do way more. But like I said, the credit monitoring and all that, like, that's free. You ain't got to worry about it. Just keep it active. But I've been with this company for is almost as long as I've been doing credit repair. I went with another company briefly and then that didn't work. So I really like them. Customer service is decent, all of the things. Okay. But yeah, it's really cool if you want to navigate through it. If you don't care about it, a lot of my clients are like, I don't care, just fix my credit. I got you. Okay. Just watch what's going on. Hey, you guys, be sure to like, comment, share, subscribe, all the things. I greatly appreciate it. We're going to be up in here. But yeah, you guys, so like I said, this was going to be a short video, but it was very important for me to explain to you guys about what's going on in these credit streets. Now, I'm really proud of Philadelphia. I'm not proud at all though of our loss. We lost to the cow bitches, y'all. I'm going to keep saying this at least. What's today? Today's what? Monday. I'm going to at least say it till Thanksgiving. Okay. Cow bitches, we lost is wild crazy. We should not have lost as Eagles fan. We could have lost to anybody but them. That's all I'm saying. Give me the Jets or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Give me San Fran. Don't give me the Cowboys that we lost to. And then you anyway, I'm gonna say this one more time. Don't get off. Listen, and did you see how excited they were when they won? Like they did something. When was the last time the cow bitches even made it to the Super Bowl? I think I was in high school. I'm fucking 46. Like, calm down. Calm down. All right. Like, anywho. 3 seconds on the clock, y'all. They couldn't they could they couldn't do something about that and make it overtime. Anywho, aside from that, I'm very happy. I'm on the fence about some things, but I'm very happy for the most part that we do have this thing for Philadelphia renters. If you're renting, I know I personally mostly speak to those that are buying a home. Okay. Up, that's not the that's not the one I wanted to share. That's not the image of Yo, that's how bitter I am. Like, let me delete this off of my computer. I don't even want to see that anymore, bro. I don't even want to see that. But that's how much frustration I have. I can't even like my subconscious kept clicking the same shit over and over again, bro. That's what it was. It wasn't even me. It wasn't even me. What's up, y'all? Y'all keep coming in. Be sure to like, share, comment, say some shit. Yo, if you guys have any credit questions, let me know. But yeah, I'm like on the fence. If you're from, I don't think this should just be a Philly thing. I think this should be nationwide. I don't know what triggered the change. I know people pay a lot for security deposits because, like I said, most of the people that I talk to, I want to say 85, about 85% of my clients are trying to get a home. Okay. And a lot of my referral partners are real estate agents or lenders, mostly real estate agents, right? And a lot of people aren't really trying, but sometimes y'all need to rent. Like, for example, I'm about to sell my house in a couple of months, and I know more than likely I'm going to have to rent. Something like this would be really helpful, but I'm not in Philly. They say never say never. I'm never going back to Philly, though. Fuck that. The great Bill Cosby said, you come up in Philly and then you leave. So, I'm not going back to Philly. But yeah, this is good, but I think it should be nationwide. I don't know if they're testing it out on Philly. I would say if this is a test, if this is the beta stages, Philly is not the one to be testing this shit in. I strongly disagree with that because I have concerns. Like, it's good. Just the additional information that we read earlier, and if you're just now getting in and you're like, well, what did you say and what did you catch the replay and be sure to like and all the things. But it's okay. It's progress. If I would say I like it on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being I really love it, I'm through the moon, and 1 is this is corny as shit, I say it's a strong 6.5. And the reason why I say that is because it's just the additional information. Like, okay, I get it. It's not a hard pull. I appreciate that. But they're also talking about, what did they say? Hold on. They're saying that the security deposit, you can pay it in installments. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay. But if you pay in installments, it says if the security deposit is more than 1 month's rent, the landlord must offer tenants the option to pay the excess amount in 3 equal monthly installments. That's a grip. That's a grip. People ain't got it like that. I'm just saying, I'm just keeping a foul wow with y'all. I, I don't know. So like here's the thing. What if there's a family that's like, okay, I wanna move here, and they're like, okay, I can't pay the whole thing. I make the payments, and then they don't complete the payments. Then what happens? Then what happens? I mean, the obvious. I don't know. I have more questions than answers with that. But overall, I think this is a good step in the right direction. They're trying. I love the fact that there's a cap, but I would wish, I don't know if this was talked about or not. I wish they would say, okay, because you're filling out an application is $50, I see your based off your credit report that you are shopping around. You know what I'm saying? I see that you've already applied, because just because it's a hard pull doesn't mean they still can't see your information. Okay, let's be clear about that. It's just not affecting your credit score. It's just not raising your credit score. But whoever's doing a pull on your credit, they can see all the inquiries that you've done. So I think if the landlord or the property management sees that you are apartment hunting and that you've already applied for like maybe 3 places, not only should it be a $50 cap, I think it should be a 50 or 3 application cap. So if you've applied for more than 3 places in like 30 days, nobody else can charge you $50. That's just my thought. That's what I'm saying. So I think that would be really helpful. It really would. Now the final thing with that, as far as the landlord trying to negotiate things with you, I want to see the fine print with that. Because if the landlord is like, okay, before we go to court, since this is the new rule, we can't just rush off to court. We got to talk. Here's the thing, when you're trying to evict somebody, and I'm not necessarily trying to take the side of the landlord per se, but if you're trying to evict someone, right, and they're, what are you really going to be able to find them? They're trying to get away from the landlord. So if the landlord now has to try to negotiate with the tenant that's trying to bounce, before, that's the whole purpose of court, because you go to court for mediation. You go to court so a judge can judge the situation and say, okay, this goes in the tenant's favor or this goes into the landlord's favor. So now that they added this extra step, this extra layer of the eviction process, good luck, landlord. Good luck. Like I said, I'm gonna be on here tomorrow. I'll show you guys, I'll explain the whole story, I'll give y'all visuals. I'm gonna block my client's information, but I'm not gonna block the person and the people involved in the fraud that happened to my client. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that, because, and I don't care if it, I don't think it violates a damn thing, but other than showing y'all how fraudulent and grimy people are. And this was this man's friend. Don't get me started, y'all. Don't get me started. Don't get me in my Philadelphia bag. I'm banging the cameras around and shit like that. Like, yeah, I'm sorry. I don't like it when people not just harm each other unnecessarily, but my client was fucked over by a best friend and someone who he knew. So it's different when it's a stranger, but it hurts below, it hits below the belt when it's a family or friend. But we'll get into that. But this is why, again, you guys need to protect. What's up, Mike? What's up, Ms.? That's why you guys have to protect your credit. You got to put the freeze on there, do the free credit monitoring, do what you got to do. Okay? They say well, I'm not going to get into what they say. Y'all know what they say. I'm saying, I'm not trying to be that credit person that's doing all these slogans and shit. I'm sorry. But it's just messed up that his friend did that. But I'm explaining to y'all, once you see the bigger picture, what happens to my client and why you should, if you're not going to do free credit monitoring, you guys, especially around the holidays, I would say the holidays income tax season and summer vacation. Summertime, like the summertime, freeze your credit reports then. If you're not going to do the free credit monitoring, because if you don't do that, it doesn't even say you said hi. It just shows your face. How did that happen? That was weird. But hi, Mike. But yeah, I would just at least freeze your TransUnion, Experian, Equifax. If you're trying to, I was gonna say if you're trying to rent, I would, you know what? I would put a permanent freeze on rent grow. And here's why. Even though you may own your home, because people are using your personal information, they're getting houses. Like that's what happened to my client. I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you the property management company. I mean, matter of fact, I'm going to see if let me see if I can share the house because I think let me see because oh yes, right here. This is the house that she got. Can y'all see it? Am I sharing? This is the fucking house the chick rented using my client's name. I'll show you all the paperwork. His name, his date of birth, his driver's license, and they made up everything else. And this is what she was living in. I'm not even going to show you the car. Like, wait till tomorrow. Yeah, I'm gonna show you the car. Let me see if I can zoom in. I can't even find a thing. All right, hold on. Let me show you. This is what the inside look like. This is this chick living her best life. Okay, this is what the house looks like. It got a fucking pool. I mean, I guess if you're going to steal somebody's identity. Oh wait, y'all can't see it. Hold on. Let me see. Wait. Let me delete out of all this stuff. Yeah, let me see if I can share this. Wait, hold on. Let me see. What can y'all see now? Yeah, it got a pool. It has a pool, bro. I guess if you're going to steal somebody's identity, this is a lovely house. You might as well go big or go home. Insist didn't have or anything. That's what he told me. Look, got a fucking fireplace. Look at that. Look at that shit. Somebody come look at this. Somebody come look at this. And this is only the tip of the iceberg. Because this is, I think, what, 4 bedroom, 3 bathroom, beautiful house in Vegas. In Vegas. This bitch is balling off of my client's information. But that's just the tip of the iceberg. You're probably like, wait, there's more. Yes, there is way more that this heifer has done. And apparently they're friends, bro. They're apparently friends. I can't. But anyway, that's wild shit, ain't it? Wild shit. I'm gonna let y'all go because I could talk about this forever and a day. I said I was only going to dedicate an hour. Spend a little bit more than an hour. I'm sorry my little filter wasn't on. So y'all gonna have to take me as I am. Ask me if I care. I sure don't. Y'all should be lucky I even have a wig on and clothes. Yeah. Anyway, I'm joking, but I'm not joking. I appreciate you guys so much. Again, be sure to like, share, comment, subscribe, download, check out the information in the description. Set up your free consultation with me. It's free for 30 minutes. If y'all listen, if y'all start talking to me about your backstory and who did what and all the shit, I'm not listening. I've muted my phone and I'm playing Tune Blast, and I promise you, my goal is to get to the next level, not hear what you have to tell me from what happened in 1982 because that has nothing. Nobody gives a shit. The credit reporting agencies don't care. I don't care because it's not going to help me get the deletions off your credit report. Okay, hit me up if you're serious. Now is the sweet spot. Right before Christmas, right before the new year. Yeah, because they're backlog. They don't want to be backlogged, so they overwork. The credit reporting agencies, they overwork themselves, so they're not as backlogged, just like any company does before the holidays. So now's the time to go get you. Come on now, get your credit fixed. Stop playing with your life. But schedule your free 30-minute consultation. Now, mind you, I do have longer conversations because some of y'all just like talking to me, and I like talking to some of y'all, but some of y'all I don't like talking to, and you want to just tell me this long ass story. So 30 minutes. That's all. Hey, you need your credit fixed? Yeah, let me look at it. Boom. Okay. All right. Set up a consultation. Understand I'm on the West Coast. So if you're on the East Coast, I got you, but you have to understand the time zone. So if you're like 2:30, it's going to be 2:30 Pacific Standard Time, not Eastern Standard Time. All right. Okay. Be sure to check out my podcast, Coast to Coast Credit. Everywhere except Apple. It's been a year, man. It just says the application pending. I can't do anything about that. Fuck them. But anyway, Spotify or iHeart. You go on the website and I'm there. Anyway, you guys, hopefully this was helpful. I appreciate you guys so much. I wish you guys the best of luck on your credit journey. Okay. What else? I was gonna say one more thing. Usually that's my outro. I was gonna say one more thing to you. I know what I was gonna say. Listen, you guys, I'm gonna be more consistent. Thank you for your patience, especially y'all that were following me on my podcast. Y'all have been very, very dedicated, and I'm on TikTok now as well. So I'm actually going to get off of here, do a little bit of work, and I'm going to be on TikTok. So if you see me on TikTok, be sure to like and follow and share and gift. And this is why the gifts are important. The money is nothing because TikTok takes it all, but it puts me in the algorithm, which means I can reach more people and I can teach more people. Okay. So that's the thing. But anyway, I'll talk to y'all later. You have a good night.